Okay. Here we go.
Looks like Bitcoin.
Well, go on, everybody. Lennox here from Simple 123 Trader. It is Friday, May the 30th. We are live at the New York Stock Market morning session, pre-market. And glad everybody can join us and hope everybody's doing well. We are the 123 traders. We look for 1, 2, 3 tops and bottoms, and that is our model. That's our method, our system. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'm looking. I think Peter asked me about Bitcoin here. But let me just go through our preamble before I even do that. So first things first, let's look at the calendar for today, which is the May 30th. We had, it looks like we had some red news because I saw a big, huge spike in something.
Yeah, there is some red news that we had this morning that caused the
PPI.
dollar to go up a bit.
PPI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have news at 10 o'clock, which is consumer sentiment, which may mean something today, even though I think it's orange news.
Mm-hmm. But PPI sure, even though PPI came in as expected. Interesting. All right. So I saw a big spike in NASDAQ there, so I was wondering. Okay, so let's see how the US dollar is looking, what it's looking like here. Oh my. So this has changed. My screen, I don't know why my screen changes all the time. It's just, I don't change it. So it's very odd. US dollar. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. Okay, let's put okay, what happened to all my oh my word, that's infuriating. Okay, so sorry about that. I'm not sure. My system must have rebooted overnight or something. Let's see what this one is like. Yeah, something's happened because this all changed as well. This one is usually my two NASDAQ and S&P. So, okay, so let me put S&P here. Oh, I don't know why I do that. I keep always doing that. Okay, there's S&P, NASDAQ. Let me change this to, sorry about that, guys. Let me just change this real quickly to white. There we go. And make sure executions are off. Okay, so there we go. All right. And go to the 15 minutes, sure. Okay. All right. So 15 minutes, we're good. All right, so let me go back here. I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to put US dollar there, euro here, euro US dollar here. I keep doing that. I keep wanting to drag it over and it doesn't drag over. Okay, let me change the settings for this one. Also to right, and no executions off. Okay, so there's my US dollar, and I'm going to go to the hourly. And hourly. Okay, are we lined up? Yes. Okay, so euro versus US dollar, we have relatively neutral US dollar right now. So we're down, but kind of neutral. While the euro is up and kind of neutral. But so quite interesting here. So on the US dollar, we had a 1, 2, 3 top drop, So the trajectory is to the downside for US dollar, while the euro is trajectory is to the upside. However, in the shorter term, we could see a little bit of a pullback before we get that move. We could see a move up before we get that move. So a little bit of strength perhaps in the short term for the US dollar before we see a big continuation to the downside. Looks something like that, I would think. I can go to the 15 and take a closer look. And yeah, so you can see the US dollar is in the very short term moving to the upside, the euro US dollar on the short term moving to the downside. So it looks like likely that they would take out the lows and take out the highs for the US dollar, at least for euro, something like that. All right. So a strong US dollar should be weak for the indices, right? Okay, so let's go into the NAS real quick here. The NAS, I noticed when I got up this morning here that we had a big, huge red candle.
Yeah.
Big spike to the downside there. And now we're pushing
And
back
that was
to the...
before the news, actually. I'm not sure what it was all about.
Yeah, this was 8 o'clock. Yeah, interesting. So big spike down, taking everybody out down here. Everybody's taken out up there. And now we're pushing back to the upside again. So let's see what we look like from the hourly standpoint. From yesterday's continued down, sideways all night. And then this big drop in the morning. And now we're pushing back to the upside. So quite interesting there. 4-hour big drop. So that's what we were looking for. So there's my 50% level of the retrace between the high and the low. And we made it back to 50%. So they swept everybody out. And now we're pushing, looks like we're pushing back to the upside. So the trajectory, more than likely for today, and you can see the current bar. We have an inside bar currently forming, and we're pushing back to the upside. So our structure would be from the 4-hour standpoint, move like this. That should take us back to take out the high, but of course that's a long way. That's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. That's over a day this drop took. So we could take us quite a while to get back up to this high. But then we do have news coming up, so who knows, eh? So that looks like the trajectory, and we're back to the upside again. Excuse me. So looking for a buy opportunity this morning in the next few minutes here. So we've got about 6 more minutes. But in the short term here, I can see that this move up, we're going to be looking to take out these equal highs. But in the short term, we could pull back first before we do that. So we have to be careful about.
Yeah, it's kind of messy at this point.
Yeah,
I have to step aside a minute.
Now, Peter was asking about Bitcoin. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here. And let me go to the daily. Let's go to the monthly. So Bitcoin, we went to new highs. We've pulled back a little bit on the daily, but we're still quite strong. So we've taken out that high. So we'd like to see what the next daily candle will do. But it looks like we should continue pushing to the upside overall. So that's on the monthly. So weekly, yeah, we've taken out that high. We're stumbling a little bit now. We're just kind of, which we'd expect as soon as we take out a previous high, that we could get a pullback of some kind. So there is a weekly gap here. I'm just going to mark that. a big weekly gap. And it's possible that based on our weekly trajectory, we could come back down there before we continue. So something like that is a possibility. They give us 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a continuation to take out the high. So that looks reasonable. So let's see how our week daily candle looks like. So our daily, we're in a downward mode right now. So we do have equal lows down here and so forth. So yeah, we could see a drop back down to this level. We've got a 1, 2, 3 top now. So that's total possibility, and then a continuation, because we do have red, 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 and 3 reds in a row. Now you call those 3. We call them 3 crows.
Three black crows.
3, 3 crows in a row. So yeah, that looks like a likely trajectory at this point. That we don't have any gaps down here or anything like that. So it's looking a little looking bleak there. So in the 4-hour, we're on our way down again. So it looks like in the short term, it's a possible. We've opened here, we've come down. We can't go any further down. So it's possible we could go back up first though, and maybe take out those highs, and before we get a drop. So a retrace of this current move before we fall, similar to what happened here. We retraced, and then we came down. So we could retrace again before we get this drop. So look for a push back up in the short term on Bitcoin. On the hourly, yeah, we're kind of sliding sideways right now. So looks like again a possibility that we could push up, take out these guys, and before we continue down. All right, so that is Bitcoin.
Couple minutes before the open.
Yeah, got a couple minutes to go. So yeah, Bitcoin looking, yeah, even on the lower time frame here, like we're going to push to the upside first. Okay, so hopefully that helps there, Peter.
Thank you.
NASDAQ, back to the NAS here. So before looking, okay, so it looks short term that they're going to push up first, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we're in a 4th wave right now. So you can clearly see we're in a 4th wave. We've got a 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2. So I'd be looking to buy this right now. They're not coming back down first. It doesn't look like. So it looks like a buy here. And I'm a little bit late by that much. So I'm probably going to miss the entry here for this.
Yeah, they might knock it down at the open too.
We're into the last minute now. We've got a few seconds left. Okay, so yeah, I'd be looking for a buy here to go up and take out the highs up here. Okay, and we have less than 20 seconds. Yeah, just missed it by that much. So had I been a little earlier, I would have caught this entry, because that's a perfect. That was a nice one. There's our 1, 2, 3s. So unless we get a pullback, this is going to be gone to the upside here. And we get a little bit of a pullback. Oh, and I'm too slow. So that's perfect pullback.
We might get another one.
Maybe. And okay, I'll take it. Give it a shot here. And then coming back down a little bit lower. There we go. So I got a nice fill right there. If we push back to the upside. Now, I could be wrong now, because of course, since they've taken up the high, that might be it. They could come back down, take out the lows first, and then go. So let's see what they do. Yeah, that's what they're doing. So I'm kind of expecting them to go straight, but yeah, they do typically want it to go and take out the stops first, and then they might go. So I'll keep my stop off. I'm expecting them to go up here. So let's see. I could be wrong again because now this is actually completed now. So that might have been it, but it looks like we should have had another move to the upside here. But yeah, now they've taken everybody out. So they're very sneaky here. They take everybody out. Yeah. So of course I'm thinking, yeah, they're going to just do this and then go. But yeah, I just realized, yeah, they could take that out. So sometimes it's best to give it a few seconds here just to see what they play around with at first. So I'm going to buy some more right here. Look for them to come back up. Okay, we're getting a nice move back up now. Okay, so let me see if I can take a partial as quickly as I can, get some profits off. Very nice. Okay. Well, that's a good start. So let's see if we can continue pushing out of here now. 5-minute looks. So yeah, looking for them to go and take out the highs. There is also a possibility that this low could be in jeopardy as well.
Yeah.
They might come down and do that, but I'm hoping they do not at this point. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We could come back down to take that low before we go. So I'm just seeing that now from the higher time frame that's a possibility as well. Let's see if they do that. So I managed to take off some nice profit. I should have taken it all off actually, because now I see that they're going to come back down and take out this low. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, these guys are good. They're very good. The other possibility here, if you look at the chart really closely, bear with me 1 second. We do have a 1, 2, 3 top here. So there's our 1, 2, 3 that we look for. We get this drop. So we're essentially in a fourth wave here. See that?
Yep.
Yeah. So I could be in jeopardy here with this trade. We could be taking out not only that low, but all the lows all the way down. So I have to be very careful here because of this 1, 2, 3 top here.
On the 1 minute, it looks like it could. On the 1 hour, it looks like it could drop some more, doesn't it?
Good afternoon,
Good evening, Martin.
Good afternoon. I was too dumb to dial myself to the meeting, but I think I found the button now.
All good. Yeah. So yeah, S&P and the NAS both having the same pattern. Yeah, it looks like they want to come down and take out these lows. So I need to get out of this position as quickly as I can here. So the hourly you were saying looks that way. Yeah, we're very much sideways here, but what they did was they took everybody out on the NAS here, and they took out the highs as well. So since they took both out, they took out the high, the low. It would seem that we could go back up first if we're going to continue back down. But yeah, it's going to be tight here. So very hard to see it on the hourly clearly, but here it looks like, yeah, we could come back down again. So I'm going to exit if I can get back into positive here, because I just don't like it. So I need a big push back up here, which I might not get. So that would eliminate my profits that I just made. So it looks like they want to take out these lows here first.
Yeah, that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I just realized that when I got to the 5 minutes.
I think they just did it.
To my own chagrin. Yeah, there they go. They're taking those guys out. That includes myself. Okay, so I need a pullback now, a retrace of this move now to give me back some semblance of profits here. Oops, going the wrong way. This way. So I need to retrace back about 50% or more here. Can I get that or not? So I can see right away now that, yeah, I was totally, I was looking for them to make a quick push up to take those highs, relatively equal highs, but I see that this was a 1, 2, 3 top and they dropped it. So what they're doing is just chopping in here. This is just a fourth wave and we're heading down to take out all the lows. So I need a retrace here to save face, and then I can jump back in to come down with them. So that's what the trajectory is. So you can see that's what's happening with me here. All right, so no panic. I'll wait for a retrace here. Hopefully I'll get one. Otherwise, there's going straight down and taking everybody out without any mercy, which is also, a possibility. So that one, and then the last one is this one. That will be the last target. So do I get a retrace? Go back down. I'm on the 1 minute here. Okay.
It's
Looking for a fractal. So this would be a buy at this point now to go back up. So I'm just going to do a quick buy to see if I can get reduce some of my losses here. So will they come back up to about 50%?
Know how much it's going to go up at this point.
Well, I'd like to see them come back and take out these sellers here. That would be good. They might not go that low, so that high, we'll see. Okay, nice push. Oh.
There's a lot of indecision at this point. Volatility is extremely high right now, Lennox.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've seen it higher, but it's high enough that you're going to have wider stops.
I'm going to buy a little bit more here.
There's a push-pull going on at this point where it's still more skewed to the downside than the upside.
Okay, I'm going to buy a little bit more. They've made a 1, 2, 3 bottom here. I'm looking for a big push back up. Hopefully I get it without them going back down first. Here we go. I can save myself if we can get back up to break even here and back into positive. Oh, just so slow. Okay, here we go. A little higher. Come on. Oh, my word. Wow.
That move.
So they gave me 2 chances to get out.
People that are doing something.
I had 2 chances there to get out, and I didn't take it. So my own fault if I don't get out with a positive here.
They're not ready for a reversal quite yet.
Come on. No way. I didn't take it, so I'm going to be. That was too slow. Do I get one more third chance to get out?
Could be.
Come on, let's do it.
A little bit more than they might decide to go up a bit.
Well, they gave me the chance right there, and I didn't take it twice. So let's see if they give me a third chance here.
Boy, the volatility is so bad. I can't keep it on the screen for 2 seconds.
Wow.
Okay,
sticking
they
right
are
there.
trying to pull it north now, push it north.
There we go. Oh, okay. Might have gotten out just in the nick. So
You got out?
Yeah. So I just yeah. It was out a negative. It was $160. I was very close, but they might not go any higher. I'm thinking that they might go up a little higher than that, but
They're trying to go higher right now, but
don't know.
they haven't
Doesn't look
made
good.
it yet. It's still
Would like to see them come up here, but
okay.
I
There's a
can't
lot of
take the
buys
chance that they
that just came in. A lot of buys
continue
that
down.
just came in to pull it down. Let's see what happens with it. They're still trying to push, but they're failing. More buys coming in.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go back up much further, if at all.
And lots of people are trying to buy at this point. I guess they're thinking that she should want to go up.
Yeah, this was a very good ploy. So essentially, we had so there's our first 1, 2, 3 that I saw. So that's our 1, 2, 3 that I'm referring to. We're looking for a 1, 2, 3.
I don't know.
And
we don't have a new. I'd be looking for a new fractal of the.
So for those on YouTube, we're the 1, 2, 3 traders. We look for 1, 2, 3 setups, 1, 2, 3 bottoms, 1, 2, 3 tops. There's a 1, 2, 3 top here, and we want to see them at the peak, the end of moves, ideally, and then we jump in between the number 2 and number 1 and number 2 points on about a 50% retrace area, and look for the move to the upside and take our profits in this area here. And that's our model. So in this case here, when just before we opened, I saw this little 1, 2, 3 right here. So there's a 1, 2, 3. And so I thought we would go back up and take out these highs and go up and perhaps attack the highs above. However, I realized once I went to the 5-minute time frame that, oh, they're not doing that. They're done. And they're going to come back down. So we get a 1, 2, 3 now from here. So there's a 1, 2, 3 here. And we drop straight down. So at this point, I could still get a retrace back up. They could come back up and take these guys out, these sellers here. And then we could still drop. So it's the 1, 2, 3 that gives us our moves. We also call it the slingshot, because it's like a slingshot when you pull your slingshot strings, you pull it back, and then you release, you get that move. So
Okay, a lot of buys coming in now.
So that was a good exit on my part here. Perhaps we could still get another pushback to the upside first. Let's see what happens here. All right, so if this is our low, if this is our new low here, we could push back up to 50% area here. And we didn't take a look at Tesla this morning. Tesla dropped right away at the open. So we got a gap down and they're pushing back. So Tesla is retracing this entire move. So there's Tesla. Had a beautiful 1, 2, 3 top there. There's our 1. Oh, let me do that again. There's our 1, 2, 3. And we get this nice drop. Boom. So that puts us at this low. We get a retrace back up. They could take out these guys in here, all the sellers in here. And then we could continue going down, because Oh, no, that they took out the highs here. So yeah, looking Tesla, it looks like we'd be looking for a 1, 2, 3 top to continue going down. Yeah, we're in a downward spiral here with Tesla. Lots of 1, 2, 3 tops here. Another one here. Another one here.
Strange thing. Gold is dropping too. Usually it does the opposite to the indices.
Gold. Let's see what gold is. Oh yeah, big drop on gold there on the minute. Let's see how gold looks overall. Gold is looks like gold is in the fourth wave.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah, that
And could be this is just a short-term pull. So here's gold on the hourly. We have a 1, 2, 3 bottom. We pushed up to that high, swept the high, pull back. So we'll be looking for them to go back up.
North. Hasn't succeeded fully yet, but oh, it just reversed itself again.
Okay, so they see they can't retrace very much here.
Yeah, they
So
tried
I think
to
they would have
pull
come back and
north
taken these guys out at least.
Failed.
So I'm going to look at the 4-hour candle on NAS here just to see what we're looking at here. Okay, so our 4-hour candle tells us a lot because previous candle, so we have an inside bar again, right? So the previous 4-hour candle took out the previous high and dropped all the way down, came back inside. So we would kind of expect that rejection there of this wick on this wick, because we closed back inside. We've opened, we've dropped down a little bit. We would be expecting them to come back to the upside. So that's kind of what 4 hours telling us. So we drop down, sweep everybody out. So the next candle we would expect to come back up again. So we're in the wick now of the 4-hour candle essentially. So I'd be looking more for a turnaround here, I would think, to go back to the upside. But you see they've taken out one. If we could come back down and take these guys out as well.
Well, in
Yeah, it's a tough one here.
12 minutes we have news. It's not red news, but it could have a sway.
So they're continuing down.
Yeah. It
It's
looks like they want to take out the next level at least.
Yeah, that's what it looks like short term.
Which is
Interesting.
roughly about 20 handles below its low.
7 o'clock.
Open, big wick going down. So they look like they want to go down and take these lows out first before they turn it around, which is quite interesting because on the lower time frame, we're looking more like, okay, we've swept everybody out already, so we don't need to go back down there. But they're saying, no, we want to go down. And our structure is telling us that that's a likely scenario that would go down first. So we're looking for a structure when we're selling to go down like that. When we're buying, our structure is the opposite. So that's the kind of structure we're looking for. So at this point here, we do have that 1, 2, we drop. So this is that drop here. So once we get down to this point, we will be looking for them to come back and take
Almost took out the next low level.
us out. So this is what's going on. We get the move. One more drop. So that's the trajectory.
Okay, this should be it to take out this level.
Yeah, so we're taking out the next low. So I could have at this point jumped in to go short. However, I wasn't positive that they weren't intent on going up one more time to take out
This
these
is,
guys. So
yeah, this is dicey at this point. There we go. We took that out.
yeah, so
Okay.
that's the trajectory. So the only one left now. So it looks like they're going to go and take these guys out as well. So it could have been a nice sell in there. Once I closed my position here, I should have jumped in for the sell, but I was a bit leery because they could have come back up higher. So I wasn't sure if they were going to do that or not. So now we get a nice 1, 2, 3 at that point, and that's a nice drop right there. So again, that's our 1, 2, 3. You got to be pretty nimble here to catch this, but that's a nice 1, 2, 3 setup there with a retrace back in between points 1 and points 2 into the 50% area, and that's a nice sell. So I'm a little bit on the slow side here to catch that, but so it looks like they're going to come right down and take out the lows. And that would be a nice sweep. And then we'll be
Which
looking
is
for one.
interesting because that low most likely was them.
The low here.
Yeah, that low, yeah.
Oh, they're going to be taking
Okay,
themselves
we
out.
took out the next low, so it looks like we're going down for that low.
Yeah, this was an unfortunate play on my part here. Yeah, should have been going short right off the get-go, straight down. Yeah, it was a very nice ploy. There was a quick move to the upside to finish off that. There's our structure again. That's the structure we look for. So we expect them to take that high. Then we get a change to go back down. They do that. They pop in. Then we looking for another leg down to take out these lows, and they do that again. And we have one more low to take out. So very close to that right now. So we would expect they would take that low. I wouldn't think that they wouldn't now, since they've come all this way down. Let's see what it looks like on the 15. Can't see to the left, 30. So yeah, that's the only low left. Let's see how it looks again on the hourly. Can't see to the left, 4 hour. So we're well below 50% at this point. There's an order block here as well. So we're coming back into this order block, and we're looking to sweep that low over there. I would think that should be about it on that move down once they take that low. And that should propel us back to the upside. So if they take the low, which is what we're expecting here, mark that low. Oh, it's way down here, actually. So that they might not take that low, but we would expect them to take the low. So it's quite interesting here. So S&P is nowhere near that low. You see the difference between them, eh? So S&P is much stronger at this point than the NASDAQ is. So they took these lows here, the S&P, but they're not. It doesn't look like they want to go any further down. That's quite interesting. Whereas the NAS also took this one and very close to the low here. So we're not getting divergence, but it's possible that they might not attack that low, which I would expect that they, and this is way down here. To get down there is quite a ways still. How many handles is that from where we are? 228 down to 120. It's almost over 100 handles to get back down to this low. So there's lots of room there for another play to the downside. So our structure tells us at this point that we should come down and take out the current low. We should be able to take that one out. So it could be another sell here to go down. We're back into a gap. So I'm going to sell it right here because that looks really good for a play to the downside. to continue down and take out the low. Now, will they take out the low? I'm kind of hoping they do that.
What time frame are you on there?
So there's our low of the previous 4-hour candle, looking for them to take that low out.
That's a lot further down.
This is a quick, this would be a quick scalp here. It's a nice scalp though. How's Tesla doing? Yeah, so Tesla retraced quite a bit. So see how the NAS, when I was looking for that retrace, but they only went up very briefly to this level and then they continued down. Whereas the Tesla has gone up much. This is what I was expecting NAS to do, but I wasn't sure if they were going to do it. So I couldn't take the chance. I had to get out. So I got out and they didn't do it. Whereas Tesla did what I was expecting. So that's what I would have expected for them to go back up, take out those highs, and then turn it around to go back down, to come back down, take out the highs again, the lows again. So quite interesting. Sometimes what you expect and what happens does not occur. So looking for them to take this low here. Now they've slowed right down. So we're in the macro time.
Well, yeah, and maybe it's waiting for the 10 o'clock news,
You got a
which is
couple minutes
online.
before. Oh, we do have news at 10, but it's not red news, right? So
Right. But it's consumer sentiment, and that could drive us north.
well, from hearing from Trump there last night, it sounds like the consumers are in a kerfuffle. Everybody's a little bewildered and confused about what Trump is doing. Is there a tariff or no tariffs, or what's going
Yeah.
on? I mean, he's been sent to the Supreme Court. The judges are saying no tariffs, and then they say, "Oh, well, there are tariffs," and it's like, oh, so it seems a bit confusing to me. Never mind you guys down there. Okay, so still looking for a drop here. In the interim, Bitcoin is, if I go to the 15, is in a chop. Let me go to the 30. We're in a sideways chop. So we're looking for them to push back up first here to take out these highs, but it's very weak right now, Bitcoin.
The volume is dried up while they're waiting for the news.
Okay, so looking for them to take out the 4-hour lows. Will I be correct here or what? Okay, so it's the news time. So we're getting a little bit of a takeout of the sellers here.
That's not much of a move.
So they're sweeping the highs. So I would expect them to continue down.
Not much of a news bump. Consumer sentiment is up.
I don't even know what that means.
Pardon?
Consumer sentiment is up means that they're confident.
Yeah, confidence is up.
Okay, so we're getting a push up here. Wow. I'm not expecting them to go up that high. So we've got another gap here. They've gone up quite a ways here. So I will sell some more because I'm expecting them to come back down. So this is a nice little ploy, I would think, to drop this thing down. So we got that move back up, and I would expect them to come down still. And I could be wrong. If they take these guys out, and then I'm in trouble. So looking for a retrace here, back down. Wow. So they're taking, okay, so I might be in trouble here because they've gone up way much higher than I would have expected on this. Much higher than I would have expected. I'll be looking for a fractal to come back down here. So it would mean that they're not going to go back down to take out the lows. If that's the case, see how S&P looks. S&P looking pretty strong here as well. Wait 1 minute. So will they not come back down one more time? They've swept everybody out up here. So you would expect them to come down still. I put myself in trouble here this morning, twice now. Wow. This kind of news does not affect Bitcoin whatsoever. Should be coming back. Really have thought this gap would have held us back, but they went through it. So it's a little concerning that they went through this gap here. But they swept the highs. We should see a fall. So S&P is taking out the high again. Am I that wrong? Wow. Gone and taken out the highs. Gunning for these highs. Oh, I could be totally befuddled here. So that would mean that they're not giving us that fifth wave, which is what we would expect here, that we would get another drop to take out the lows one more time. So no fifth wave if that's the case, because they've gone back up, take everybody out up here. So all the sellers have been taken out now. So if we don't get a retrace, then I'm dead wrong, and we're pushing all the way back up. So that's a nasty. So interesting move here. So I'm in deep troubles here at this point. I don't get a pullback again. So I've got myself caught twice now, going down and up. So the expectation for one more drop is not playing out. Interesting. To try to.
Well, I got out positive.
That's good.
I went up.
I'll be looking for a retrace still. So see if we can come back down.
Hi, Peter.
Good morning.
You might want to leave your microphone there.
Oh, okay.
See if I can get a break of the current candle for a fractal.
I'm just not sure of direction right now.
Well, we should be going back down.
I mean, I just got a positive out of this up move, but I don't know which direction is going to go now.
Not getting a fractal. Get a fractal, but they're going back up higher still. I'm still looking for a sell here.
Oh. Volatility has come down a bit.
Hanging around quite a bit, so they're not looking like they want to drop it anytime soon, really.
Yeah,
I could be in serious jeopardy here with this. Okay.
I'm wondering, when I look at the 30-minute Lennox, it almost looks like we hit wave 5 at the low point. But it's not the easiest to interpret.
Yeah, they're not coming down very quickly. So again, they've taken out the highs. So I need to look for another fractal. So let me just go to the 30. Let me see what you're seeing here. Yeah, it's hard to it's more
It's
of a
hard to look at that. But
it's
I'm
more of a
looking at
chop there.
that
Let's see
bottom, that long-tailed red candle with has a large wick to it as number 5.
Yeah, very volatile area here.
Yeah,
So again, the key takeaway is that we swept everybody out, and now they're just we're kind of stuck in the middle. So I'm looking for them to come back down one more time here to give me a reprieve here. So still looking for, did get that. Look for another sell here.
Just not quite sure what to do at this point.
We should retrace this move. currently. Yeah, S&P's looking. S&P's gone up quite a ways, so I could be totally. Now we've got we've got a clean 1, 2, 3 bottom, and we're in a third wave now, so we are pushing up quite nicely here. So they might go take out that high first before they come back.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. So this is wave 3, but
Look at the difference with the
it looks
NAS.
like it should break the next high before it comes down.
On S&P, certainly, but not on the NAS because we're so far away from that high on the S&P from on the NAS.
90 versus now about 30, 35
We're very far away on the
candles.
NAS. S&P maybe, but not the NAS. So we're looking for a retrace here.
Volatility just shot up. Yeah, I see why we're getting some more volume coming in on this. I don't really know what they want to do at this point. But we're in a positive mode at this point. You know what I didn't think about, that this could have been the 10 o'clock algo.
Yeah, we're in the algo time, but it's not really that dramatic at this point.
I think I made a mistake in coming out because it
I don't know.
could be the 10 o'clock algo. Oh, wait a minute, 3 minutes.
Oh, they are going up there. Wow. Okay, so they're really putting me in trouble here.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
So S&P's taking out the high. NASDAQ is looking to take out the high.
I got
So
out.
they might not do it still. We can still get divergence here.
No.
But we or will we not? That's our structure move all the way up. They fooled us here by not giving us our fifth wave. They didn't give us our drop as we would expect. We're very sneaky here. So even at this point, looking for a retrace, nope, not happening. So will we take out this high, or will we get divergence?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, to see if it's going to take out the high. Now it's set for it. Looks promising. Then where the heck will it go?
Well, we've got to get a pullback here first before we can continue. So S&P's got a gap right there. So
not much of a pullback, I'm seeing.
okay, gonna sell some more again. Looking for a pullback here to get me out of trouble.
Oh, you're south at this point?
Yeah, I'm looking to go short. So
okay.
I got caught by not putting in a stop. So you have to get a retrace here.
Okay, it looks like the 1 minute algo is finished. Let me see how it looks on the 2 minute is still. It's not that great. 3 minutes. See what that does. 3 minute algo could still be in place, but yeah, 3 minute algo could still still work. Yeah, that's for sure, because my 5-minute Heikin-Ashi is saying we're still getting to be pretty good. So we have a strong possibility for a break of that high. Yeah, some good numbers are coming in now. Doesn't quite know if it wants to break it or not.
I'm hoping they drop it back down first.
Well, I mean, it's trying to turn back down, but it's still at a higher level. So it's a question of who comes in to, what kind of buyers and sellers come in now to change its mind. So a lot of buys and a lot of buys and a lot of sells. It's
I have to do a Nick Sean play here. I did not put a stop in, so I wouldn't recommend that you don't put a stop in because you get yourself caught in these drawdowns like that, and it's not good. So I'm hoping that we're done here now at this high, and we're not going to take out the high. We've got a 1, 2, 3, so we can pull back down.
I'm not looking for the high, just this immediate one, which is 90 versus, which is only 7 pips higher than the current high, 7 handles higher, I'd say.
Well, we do have a gap here, so they could bounce off this gap and continue up to take out the highs. But yeah, it's looking like that's what they're going to do because they're not coming down in a hurry here. So
Yeah,
very tepid.
They're not sure at this point, but it could go either way without a problem. They're still more positive than negative.
How's the Dow doing? Dow is a little bit, Dow has hit the peak as well. Looking for them to drop it back down. S&P looking for them to drop it back down.
Okay.
NAS looking for them to drop it back down.
They're starting to
You got to get
test
through
the
this
waters
gap.
a little bit more vigorously. But it's all this is going on in very little volume, so I would be cautious about making any move.
We do have a change of character here, so if we continue coming down, but we're not out of the gap yet, which can still push us back to the upside. So
Yeah. At this point, I'm suggesting that the algo is finished. Which means that it should eventually turn down now. It hasn't reached that point yet, but
I don't know. It looks like they want to take out the highs.
yeah, well, I mean, that's what they're shooting for, but it doesn't look like it's going to go much beyond that. They're going up there now, almost. Let's see how many handles away they are.
Yeah, this gap is held.
They're 10 handles away at this point. And they still haven't, they have the power to do it. They're going to take it out.
It looks so. We've swept the closest high.
9 handles. Oh, and now they're dropping 10, 11. They're going to do it slowly and agonizingly. Okay, they're 8, 7.
I thought I would get divergence here, but no.
Yeah, get ready for it to be pierced. They have the strength to do it now. Dropping back again. One more shot they need. They're still in a strong position at this point. We're not getting as much volume coming in, but that should be enough to send it up.
If we can take out this low, we could have a nice push back down. So,
well, it's a question of which side it wants to take out first, I think. And
we do have divergence with S&P, so we're not able to take out this high. So
S&P can't take out that high.
S&P did, but NAS cannot.
Oh, okay.
So if we can break this low here, then we would get an opportunity to come back down.
That's the big decision, which way it'll go.
So I'm battling.
I'm still seeing that it has the ability to do it, go take out that top, but it's really at a struggling point. I go, much more volume seems to be coming in now, but
This is interesting here.
yeah, the volume is there to do it.
What's Tesla doing? Tesla made a nice move up. Wow. Peter caught that move. So on Tesla, they did the same thing. They came down. They came down in 5 waves here on Tesla. So it's much cleaner on Tesla. We got the 5 waves. Get to the bottom. Then we get a nice 1-2 sweeping the previous high, dropping in. So this is much cleaner and nicer looking on Tesla to take that move. Whereas on the NAS, they look like we should come down one more time. So they're really tricky. And
they're playing this for all it's worth at this point. And now there's a big sell sign. And it disappeared without much change.
remember I said from the 4-hour candle standpoint, we should be turning back to the upside to go and take out the highs. But on the low down at this level, it looked like we could have dropped through one more time here, and they didn't do it. So it's
It
just
didn't
like,
do it on the south side.
so it's just a
The only
drag.
thing I can say for positive is that the algo is over with. $78, we're getting close. Here we go. Nope, missed it again. Will it do it or won't it? Wow.
I'm hoping it does not.
Well, if it does it, that means that the move is finished and then it's going to go lower.
Yeah, I want it to go lower first here. Come back down. We've got stops under here and so forth. So come back down to the 50% level, and then we can go back. It'll be a nice buy opportunity down here in this order block area. So I'm looking for that drop here, but don't know if they're going to do it or not. It would greatly help me at this point if they did that, though. I would expect that to happen, but then I was also expecting them to take out this low one more time, but they did not. So with Tesla had a similar pattern, but Tesla dropped one more time. That's what you would expect, and then you get your 1, 2, 3 to come out. So when they don't do it, it's very, very odd, and well, you wonder what's going on.
They
But
got to
S&P,
take one or the other of these out.
S&P did the same thing. We get the same pattern on S&P. We get the 1, 2, 3. We get our drop, and we don't take out our low. So very sneaky that we didn't get any divergence here or anything like that. They just turned it around and went straight back up. So it looks like they want to continue pushing off this order or this gap here. So I might have to bite the bullet and take a hit. But I'll give them another chance to see if they, now they've taken the high.
Yeah, they finally took it.
So let's see here.
And it's on low volume too, so I'm expecting the turnaround at this point.
So I'm still looking for them to pull it back one time here. Hopefully they will. So they just took it by a tick.
Yeah, same here, it looks like. 75. Oh, 475. No, it took about 4 handles on mine. Now I'm looking for the drop.
Hmm. You need them to sweep these lows here.
Which, that low should go next. Oh, I'm on a 3-minute time frame. That makes it hard to analyze. trying to go lower now, but
No,
it's
there's
still a struggle.
still a battle. Still a battle here. I don't know if I'm going to get any reprieve. I might have to bite the bullet and take a hefty loss here, which I don't want to do, but
Give it
they
time. I don't
could
think.
continue pushing higher, but I mean the next highs would be these up here. But I wasn't expecting them to do that right away. So
I'm not expecting them to do that right now, but
I need a pullback first. But I don't know if they're going to do it.
and one good news I have is I'm looking at divergence, but till they can start going negative, becomes questionable.
Oh, very slow motion here. Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Not much going on.
Okay, but they're right now trying to get us negative. And the first thing that should be going is my GAN should change sign. Getting close to trying to do that.
Need to come back through this gap. And come back through this gap and make this gap into a resistance gap, then we'd be good. Good to go.
Yeah. I'm looking for it to get below the 200 SMA at this point. But the first thing it has to do is change the GAN. It's now trying to change the GAN, but still struggling to do it. But it looks like between now and the next candle, it could easily do that. Any more cells coming in, so it should be going. Well, there's still even. Now at least we're on the negative side of things.
Did do a little small change of character there. So let's see if we can
Very
touch this
small
gap
change.
and we can add to my position here.
Still looking to get my GAN changed. Almost did it last candle. Let's see if this candle can do it. It's better. Yay. Okay. GAN has changed. So now the next thing to do is get down to my 200 SMA. And that will give me a good profit.
Okay, so we are getting a little bit of a drop. I was looking for a little bit of a retrace here to add to my position, but might get it now. So we swept everybody out now from here. So
This is your retrace right now.
we're looking for a little push back up now into the gap
That's about what you're going to get is right
or a
now.
drop. So let's see if we could get that.
Oh, they're doing a lot more push up.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I wanted to see. So let's see if that holds now, and I can come straight down now from here. So if they
Just
go
got
back
it.
up to take out the highs, which are basically equal highs, then I'm in trouble again.
Whoa, I'm seeing some northward
Yeah,
movements.
they could bounce off this gap to continue, which is would be unfortunate here. But I'd like to see them come down some more. But it looks like they might go back up and take out the
Wow.
highs again, possibly.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
decided to
sheesh,
change course.
that's mean. So we sweep, and now they're going back up. Yeah, so that's a
Darn.
nice little ploy on their part. Okay, so
Whoa,
we're
that's a new
midpoint.
one. That's a new high.
Yeah, it's a nasty.
That's
Hoping they wouldn't do that, but we were kind of cycling through a fourth wave here. You could see that we came up to this area and we were just kind of chopping. So it was possible they could go back up and take out these highs. So I'm still not panicking. We can still come back down, but I was hoping we'd do it here, but they gone back up one more time, take everybody out. We're coming to the midpoint of the order block. So hopefully that's enough now and we can come back down. We need to take out this low, make a 1, 2, 3 here to come back
taking
down.
out they're taking out the prior high, but there is a high higher than that, and it's about 25 handles away from here.
Yeah, I don't want to see them take that one out yet. That wouldn't be good. Ooh. See if
Whoa.
the order block holds them back here. So this would be considered a nice algo trade here to the upside. Certainly, got after 10 o'clock we got a nice move.
Somebody just threw in 130 sell.
Tesla doing the exact same move here. So
Yeah.
see where Tesla is at. 5 minutes. They've taken out that high. Yeah, so we could see a retrace on Tesla now. Back down as well.
Let's get down to the negative side, folks.
Okay, so we need to take out this low in order to feel
That
good.
low? Okay.
Yeah, in order to feel good about possibility of this move down.
It still has positive flow to it right now, but it's trying to get lower. I'm going to start dropping down in time frame. Yeah, this is better. Okay, we're starting to get more serious about dropping. What the heck is there? Oh, still a lot of playing around going on, though. All kinds of bulls and bears are fighting it out right now.
Yeah, very interesting here. I'll sell again if they come back up a little higher. So if they come back and take out these guys here, look for a
Well, it
sell
just
some more.
dropped negative again, but it doesn't mean it can't go
Yeah, if they come
up
back in,
anymore.
I would sell some more here, but otherwise we're taking out these guys.
Okay, we're at least and negative. But boy, there's still a lot of action in here. That's what I like. That's going better. Keep pushing down now.
Need to get through this midpoint of this gap.
That's
Okay, we got to change your character. All right, so
going almost at the
yeah, so
200.
we'll likely get a retrace.
I don't want to retrace yet.
Yeah, well, I don't want to see them retrace either, but we could get a possible retrace and come back. If we do get a retrace, I'll add to my position. Yeah, otherwise I'm be looking to come back down, say, to
I
this
want to
order
hit
block.
the 200 SMA on my 1 minute.
I'd like to see a retrace here.
I don't think we're going to get much of one.
You know, we could come back and take these
That
guys
could be
out
it.
here.
That could be it.
I'll look to sell some more if we do come back up a little higher. They come back up into
I
take
think
these guys out.
that's gonna be it for the retrace.
And not a little bit more. They got these equal highs in here, so we could take them out. A little higher.
That's it.
Tad higher. There we go.
We got into the positive side. Very good.
Yeah, a little
That's
higher
gonna change
still.
it.
Just a tad higher. They got one more to take out. They've taken these ones out. One more. They're really being ruthless here. So one more push up. Or not. Is that enough? Or we're going to go one more time? It looks like we're going to go one more time. Yep. That could be it now. Yeah, so I'll do a quick sell there one more time. Okay, so this would be if 1, 2, 3. This would be a nice looking sell right into our number 3 area. So 50, but in the 50% retrace area, looking for an entry to come back down to take out the lows, come back into and below 50%. It's our 50% mark here. 50% of this move. So am I going to be right? No guarantees, but that's what I'd be expecting at this point. If I'm wrong, they're going to go and take out equal highs here, which is still a possibility. They can do that. They can spike up there if they want.
They've spiked up, but it's not a strong spike that would be required.
So everything looks pretty good here that we had a sweep of the highs and a sweep of the lows. We get a retrace. So we should be coming back down. So actually, with S&P, I just realized that S&P, I could have just sold S&P right here just to show that that's exactly what's going on, right? We get a sweep of the highs, sweep of the lows, drop, retrace. They didn't retrace as high on the S&P. Interesting.
Nice.
And then we get this move back down. So that's a nice sell on the S&P here as well. We need to take this low.
That low, that
Yeah.
I want to get below that and hit my 200 SMA.
S&P had a gap here, gap here. We still need to get through this gap, so we need to take out the low here on the NAS. Get through that gap. retrace back, and then another drop.
So far, GAN has been negative for the last dozen candles. Struggling trying to push down. That's better.
Once we take these lows out, there we go. Just broke it by a tick there. So that is a change of character. So don't have any gaps in here.
There we go. We just touched the 200 SMA. I'll go below it once more.
We're getting a gap here.
Oh, you bummer.
Oh, coming back, taking out that gap already. Well, so no gap. Well, that was quick.
Come on, go below the 200 SMA again.
So we've got a clean looking 1, 2, 3 top now. So we should continue.
Which should take us down far, but
should take us down a bit here. Bitcoin and all of this hasn't done much. It's just been in a struggle, just chopping up and down in this area. Not much playing going on in Bitcoin right today.
Well, this has been a struggle too.
Very choppy.
Oh boy, what's it doing now?
Another retrace. Coming back up into the order block here. They're going up quite a bit.
On me.
They've gone back up quite a bit here. I wouldn't expect them to take that high, but they might because they're mean. So they're giving me another chance to add to my position here. Let's see, as long as we don't take out this high, we should be okay. They're looking like they want to. Interesting.
Bad move.
Okay, so they've come back up to take out the. That's so mean. So all the stops right here have been just destroyed.
They've been destroyed for sure.
Yeah, it's just a nasty move there. So they come all the way back up. Wasn't expecting that. Thought we would just get a little bit of a blip and then down we go again. But yeah, they're being very, very mean here. So they're taking everybody out who's sold. So See if we turn around again and continue back down. So it's quite the move. We did actually close, almost very close. We didn't close below that low. So this high was really in jeopardy. So I'm going to sell some more here. I'm looking for them to still drop it down. So S&P again, S&P, yeah, I'm not even paying attention, but again, S&P would be a sell. So that, yeah, not fast enough there. Okay, so I'm looking for them now to take out the low. So you see how they're leaving really fast now.
Yeah.
Up here. So they're coming down in a hurry now because they've taken everybody out. Anybody who sold up here got taken out. So they're ruthless. They did it here. They sold. They took everybody out here real quick, dropped it down, took everybody out who bought. And then they come back in. And now we're dropping it down. Take anybody out who bought. Take anybody out who sold. Wow.
They need to get below the 200 again.
They need to take all the buyers out here again. Yeah, they don't fool around. Okay, so my target here would be that's a reasonable target. It puts me right on the 0.618, puts me right on the order block. So that's just where I think we would be coming back down to. These guys are good. You have to give it to them. I keep saying that every day, but it's true. They're very astute at what they do. They messed me up down here, did not give me my structure, and you expect it. And yep, it's best to just put the stop in and take the smaller loss rather than going through all this nonsense that I went through. But okay, so we've swept this low here. So again, they're pulling back. We've got a gap in here. And we've got an inverted gap as well. No, we don't. No, that's not an inverted gap. Okay, so we should just continue down here. It could pull back up again 50% into this area. They're hilarious. So they come back up again, touch into the midpoint, and see if we fall away again.
What are they trying to do?
Well, since they took out the high,
you think they're going to take out that high?
They took since they took out the high, and they've taken out the low. And they took this low out. We go back up. So now they take the low again. So we're making a 1-2 now, a 1-2-3 now to drop. So that's what they're doing essentially. So this is just a sweep here, sweep here, sweep up here. So now we've got our 1-2-3. So we should fall from this point here. So S&P would be a good sell right about now. Again, so another opportunity for sell S&P if you haven't sold from up here. But I'll stay with the NAS here. I need to get out of this funk that I'm in. Bitcoin can't help me today because it's not doing anything.
This is kind of a funny structure, though. I don't know what the heck is going on with this thing. Take it up to 1 hour, see what.
Okay, so I'm looking for them to come straight down
3,
to take this low out now.
4. I mean, theoretically, it should be taking out our low that occurred during the 8 o'clock hour,
And it did not.
but it's not.
No.
So I don't know what the heck it is up for to now. I don't know if I should try anymore or just let it go at this point. I just don't like the setups. But I guess just going for 30 handles and quitting is all right.
You sure? 10, 20, 30 handles, no problem, right?
Right.
Can do that. Can certainly do that.
It's just that you have to work harder for them.
We're at 11 o'clock now, so we're inside another macro, and looking for them to come straight down here. Still. This is a Friday, so
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we did get one good move there at 10. We got the nice algo move to the upside, which again,
Yeah, that was a nice move.
it's a nice move, but it didn't, I would have been in that move had they broken the low first. Looking for them to break that low first, then give us the 1, 2, 3 to go
I
up.
know what you
Yeah,
mean.
so unfortunately, I got tricked
I got a
into
small
selling.
piece of the up and
So I don't know if it was a
piece
news
of it
that
coming down. So
I don't know if that
Because
that
it
consumer
just-
confidence news, George, caused this move
Yeah.
not to play out. That's possible because it was right in line with the news, right? So perhaps a lesson here that if you're getting news, don't jump in, even if you're expecting, you're expecting that move, and it's news time. It's possible that they won't do it and they'll go the opposite way. So that might be a lesson there. Don't play on even though it was orange news. Yeah. So we're getting another push back to the upside here again.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to sit on my hands at this point.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, when in doubt, eh?
Yeah, well, I just don't like the structure.
Should be falling, but they're playing around here. This guy, let me get rid of this guy because he's done. Giving everybody a chance to get in, that's for sure. So here we come now. Maybe this is it. Big drop. They gave everybody a second chance to get in. Need to take out those lows. and put me into positive here. If your account can't withstand the drawdown, then you're in trouble. But so that's what you have to be careful about going into drawdown. Just when you think they're going to pop it through, they push back up again.
Yeah.
You're interested in going to the farmer's market?
I can't right now. Well, I'm out of strawberry.
Was that a comment for me?
I'm out of strawberries.
Poor thing.
You get another push up. So again, on S&P, they're giving everybody another buy or sell opportunity here on S&P. So right in the sweet spot for a sell. So I would sell S&P right there. And look for take profit in
I'll take a look. I haven't looked at S&P in a long time.
this area here somewhere. Reasonable. These
It's
lows
pretty
here.
much the same as NAS.
Yes. So see, I'll put a stop on S&P just in case, so that I don't get into the same. If I'm wrong and they're going to go back up to get me, then. But I don't think I'm wrong this time here. NAS still coming down. Okay, so we have equal lows now, so we should take these out. Looking for them to come back down to the order block down here. Low-hanging fruit. But I will just get out of this trade after being down in such drawdown. I'm in positive. Yay.
Ooh, interesting.
So finally hit positive. Amazing. So don't do this at home, kids. It's not good. So Just going to close my position off at that point because I just wanted to get back into positive on that one. So S&P, giving me a nice looking at S&P. See if we can
just
make
got
it down to the target.
VWAP. Interesting.
I'm closing NAS because just in case they decide to do any kind of strange nonsense, I'm not going to take any more losses in that. So I got out with a positive on NAS.
Oh, you got a positive? Great.
Yeah, got out with about $4,000. It's not bad. So made up for my previous $160 loss. So positive, even though I was down quite a bit in drawdown. So that's why I don't panic out of the position, because my expectation is that we're still going to come back down after we made this move up. But it's just an unfortunate state of affairs that they did not give us the fifth wave here. So news might have been the catalyst to not give us that drop that we were expecting here. So you can expect things to happen and they don't happen, and you have to be prepared. So I did, because I didn't put a stop in, I put myself in jeopardy. So I wouldn't recommend that you don't put a stop in. That's the lesson here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now as I've got my stop in, I would expect us to continue going down, but that's just what I didn't want to happen with S&P. I got a stop in, I should say. So this is what I didn't want to have happen with NAS. Come all the way into positive, and then they start going back up against you, and all of a sudden you find out that they're done, and they're actually going to go back up. They can do that, right? There's no guarantee that they're going to continue going down here. We've been going up for quite a bit. This could just be a quick pullback into this gap that we have on the 5-minute. Just looking at the higher time frame, we see so this could just be a pullback into this gap, and then we continue going up. So there's no guarantee that we're going to go down a long way. So that's why I took the profit off on the NAS, because I don't want to take, after coming back into positive, you don't want to take that risk. So I'd still like to see them come down a little bit further here on the S&P before we go back up. But we're right into that gap, so this could be a point where they turn it back to the upside. However, I still have a 1-2. Actually, that was taken out, so our new 1-2 is here, and we're getting another 1-2. So do we drop one more time? I would expect that, but there's no guarantee that we're going to get it, right? I'm expecting that drop into this level. So you see what they did here. We had a nice 1-2, then they took it out. So that nullifies our 1-2. So we have our 1-2-3 here, and because they broke the number 3 point at that level, it nullifies that 1-2-3 at that point. So now you have to wait for a new 1-2-3, which is now this one. So that's our new 1-2-3. Or you could look at it as 1-2-3 this way. So this whole thing could be the 1-2-3 at that point. So you can look at it in that way. And then we get another 1-2-3 right after it. Now we're getting another one again and looking for them to come down. But there's, again, because we come back into this gap from the 5-minute, we could springboard from here to the back up. So we're at a very touchy area. But I'm still looking for them to drop it down one more time here. We'll see if that plays out. And we are. So we are breaking the low and continuing down. So that's what I would expect. So I'd bring my stop down now since we broke the low, we'll bring my stop down into positive. And this way, there's no loss on this trade. So it doesn't matter if they come back and take me out now. You know, I'm good. So that looks good. So I put up my target rather close here because I don't know how far down really they're going to go. But based on our 1, 2, 3, we should come down quite a bit here. You know, we should come down a little bit. We got a nice 1, 2, 3 here as well. So I would expect us to come down a little further. We could come down into this gap here. What is this gap that I've got marked? This is a that gap there is from it's a gap from the higher time frame. Okay. All right, so looking pretty good here that we should still continue down. Bring my stop down a little bit more just to get a bit more profit out of it. Hate to give up all that profit, right?
Yeah.
See if we continue falling. So the retrace from this high to this low, or even if I did it to this low, we're at 50% retrace right about now. So there's our 50% level. That's from the whole move. So we would expect that we would come back 50% because this move here is sorry, let me get rid of this guy. This entire move is a 1, 2, 3 as well, right? This will become a 1, 2, 3 once we get back into that 50% area. So that could be springboarding us up to take out the highs up above. If we look at the overall structure from the higher time frame, up to 5 minutes. So this now, so these highs are still in play to be taken out. So this entire move, we could get that springboard move back up to take out those highs. So this could be the move for the rest of the afternoon as we go back up. Will we come back down to this level? We're down below 50%. Doesn't mean that we have to come all the way down here, but I would expect that. Let's see. So looking at my structure again, I'd be looking for one more drop because I've got a 1, 2, get it pull back. I'm still looking for one more drop to take out this low. Again, my structure is the key, but we saw where the structure did fail, and it does fail sometimes. And this is one of those times where it did. So let's see if it doesn't fail this time and takes this low out and comes back to hit my take profit here. Bring my stop down a little bit more here. Let's get 1,000 out of it. So just in case they decide they don't want to take out the low again and come back up, then at least to make $1,000. But still expect them to come down, take out the low one more time here. do have a gap here. So I just put my stop above the gap. I didn't mark it, but there's a gap right there. So we came back into the midpoint of the gap. So that should hold us back. We should continue down without going through it. So my stop is just above the gap. So I should be okay there, but there's no, again, there's no safe. This game.
Yeah,
Never ever any safe in this game. So they're playing around in here now. So
they sure are.
could get taken out here at my stop, but hopefully the gap holds and we continue down. But it looks a tick away. Yeah, no, didn't. So my stop didn't hold, but that's fine. So I made a grand. So it's better than a sharp stick in the eye, anyways. Yeah. So expectation that we'll come back and take this low. You see, so there's our structure. So do we still come down and take that low? We still can. As long as we don't take that high out, we still have a fighting chance of taking the low out one more time. So patience, now we can wait for that to occur. Or if they don't, then we might be getting divergence with NAS, and we could just continue up from here. So we have to kind of see how that plays out. So this is the reason why I wanted to get out of the NAS as quickly as possible, because I just don't know what they're going to do here, whether they're going to fool around like this or what. So it's pretty choppy. You can see this has been very choppy stuff. We're kind of in a channel, and we could just do this and continue up. We don't have to break this low again. Get rid of all these guys. So if we were to break this high, coming back up, then I would be thinking that, okay, we're done at this point. And this would be, we'd be looking for a retrace to continue going back up. So this would be basically a sweep in essence, and then another sweep, and then a retrace to go. But if we can't break that high, since we do have a 1, 2, 3 at this point, we could possibly expect another drop here to take out the low one more time, and then give us that 1, 2, 3 to go. So those are the possibilities here. So which one will it be? We have to be patient here now to see which one plays out. So even though you go into drawdown, and I went into drawdown and so forth, I still come out pretty good overall. I'm up about 47, 40, almost 5,000 so far in the 3 trades. So pretty good. So I'll take that for all this mess that we've been in. All right, so we're pulling back. So do we pull back to take out the low? That's going to be the question here, right? Or do we just pull back to continue going back up? Because they don't have to take out this high for us to get that turnaround either. We can certainly go and come close to it, and they can still do that and go. There's no guarantee that they don't have to take that high. You know, you'd like to see them take the high if we're going to do this and go back up, but it's not a necessity for them to do that, because this is also an interim high, so a fractal high. So this could be the change of character at this point, and then we could get that retrace and continue. So there's a number of things you have to look at. This is also an order block. So right here, this whole thing's an order block. So this pullback, this could be it, and we could be taken off from here. So there's a number of possibilities in here, but it's a tough one. It's high risk area right now because we could come back down still. This is where you have to, if you're a risk taker, you have to take the risk if you're willing to play in this chop. But if you don't want to play in this chop and you're not a risk taker, then that's okay too, right? So if I can see the structure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I would still be looking for a retrace here. Will they come and take this low? Maybe, maybe not, right? So this is giving me a good feeling that we're going to be going back up now. So I'll put a gap. We've got a gap here. So I'd be looking for a retrace back into the gap. Will they come all the way back to the gap? Not necessarily, but we kind of expect that. It's already been taken out, right? Mitigated. So they don't have to pull all the way back in. They could come and touch it. They might just use this gap. There's so many different things that can happen here. Right? Let's look at it from the 5 minutes point of view. So you can see from the 5 minute point of view, again, we didn't get the breach of the lows, which is what we were kind of expecting here. It didn't happen. So that changes everything. Then I get this move up, we sweep, we get this retrace back into 50% of the move. So a 1, 2, 3 here would be the ideal to take us back out. No, I wouldn't expect us to be coming back down to take out these lows. At this point, it's possible, still possible, but you have to look at that. So that would be your stop out point, essentially, right? So how's Tesla doing? Peter is very quiet this morning here, so I'm not sure Tesla is helping him out today or not. Beautiful moves on Tesla here. Wow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2. You can see the structure beautifully here. So they sweep it, drop it back. So we'd be looking for Tesla to continue up, take out the highs. However, they can still come back down one more time to take this low because we didn't go 50%, of this move. So if I put the fib on this entire move, the high to the low, 50%, we're still above it. If I look at it from here, we're right on it. So from this point here, we're right on 50%. So that could be sufficient for them to continue pushing to the upside. So we've got a gap there. We've come back into the gap. We've got a nice 1, 2, 3 here. However, we could still come down, you see, and take this low, these lows here, because that's relatively equal lows. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 here. So we kind of expect that we take these lows out, but there's no guarantee of it. Right? So it's very, very tricky area that we're at right now.
Yeah.
This is really good because it's good edification here. Okay, so I'm still expecting a pullback here. So the question is, how far do we pull back? So I'm going to put the fib on this move. So we're looking at 50%. It takes us back to here. So I don't want to be jumping in on a gap up here because it's in these gaps here are in premium. So we want to come back down below 50% ideally of this move to get in, but there's no guarantee that we're going to come all the way back down here. But this is how you miss moves sometimes because you're expecting that, oh yeah, we're going to get a pullback, and then they just continue going because they've already pulled back here or they pull back here, and that's enough for them, right? So there's no guarantee you're going to get this pullback. So I would still expect it though. Get rid of these guys. how many handles is it from the high? 333 to 50%, 303. So it's 30 handles. So you see how if you wanted to play this back to the downside, you could play it, but you take a big risk because you don't know how far down they're going to come. So it's a tough one. We're getting the pullback that we're expecting. Oh, there's some birdies. I have to show you those birds there, George.
Pardon?
There's some birds.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I covered up.
Okay, so we're right in the sweet spot area for me to take a buy here now. So
Oh,
if I were
boy,
to buy
that's a
it,
nice move.
however, they could go right through to the bottom. So I'll put the stop on this time. I'm not gonna go without a stop this time, because if they're gonna take me out, they're gonna take me out, right? And that would be my risk. So they pulled back quite a bit, but I would
Yeah, they
expect
went
that.
below VWAP.
Yeah, so I would expect that we would continue back up now, but there's no guarantee of that. So they could take me out at the low. So that's my stop is down here. And I didn't put my stop right at the low, because if they take out the previous candles before the low, they're more than likely going to take the low. So I give them more. Then, so looking for them to turn it around at this point now and go back up. And then my target would be the highs, either here, low hanging fruit, or the high up there. So go for the high. You can always move my stop up if I'm correct. So looking for them to turn this around and go back up. So again, no guarantee that they're not going to take that low, but let's just see on S&P, same. Okay. Let's see what Tesla did. Okay, they look like they want to go down and take out that low. So Tesla is saying, you know what, we're going to go and take the lows. So heck with the NAS. They're going to go take the lows anyways. So I could be in jeopardy on the NAS. So we'll see. And yeah, I was wrong. They took the low. So that's a risk you have to take if you feel that strongly enough that it's going to go up. So yeah, they could take the low first, because usually what they want to do is take the lows first if they're going to go back up. But sometimes they would stop in here and go. So you just don't know if they're going to do that or come back down and sweep everybody out first. And so they're mean and nasty, and that's what they do. So that's the risk. So yeah, that was a possibility that we could take that low, right? And there it is. Right. So now I would look to jump in for a buy again. That's it. That's the game. So I hate losing, so I'm gonna make that loss back here. So did S&P take the low as well? Yes. So we're getting no divergence here at all. This is no good to me. This guy's no good to me. All right, so I'm getting a fractal, so I'm going to take the buy here. If that's just enough for a sweep for them to continue going back up now. I've got a 1, 2, 3 bottom here. It's a two candles can make a 1, 2, 3. That point. So we've got a 1, 2, 3. Got the pullback, and looking for them to continue taking out the highs and going up. I'm going to put a stop in again just in case. Just going to put it just about there. If I'm wrong, I get taken out again. I'm not going to put it at a low because again, if they take the low of this candle, they're more than likely going to take the low of that candle. So let's see what they do here. They're going to be safe? Nope. Ooh, by a tick. Nope, not safe. So more than likely going to take the
Are
low
you
of the candle.
short on this or long on this
I
one?
was going long, but again, they got me. So
Oh
that's
my
why
God.
that's one of the reasons I hate putting the stops in. But I'm just trying to show you that you sometimes you best to put the stop in because yeah, this is what can happen. So I'm a little early jumping in. Okay, so oops, wrong guy. Got a reach, a sweep again. So 2 sweeps. Yeah. Okay, so I'm jumping in again because I'm expecting them to go up. So you're just playing games here. All right, so looking for another buy opportunity here. We're in the sweet spot area. We're in the sweet spot area when it comes to the overall move. So this overall move here puts us in around the 50 to 62% area. So we're looking to get in to go long here. If I'm totally wrong, of course, then I'm going to get stopped out because they're looking to come back down, right, to take out these lows. But overall, I think we're heading to the upside. So, and again, I can base it off the 4-hour candle where we closed back inside of the previous this candle's low. We closed back inside. We opened here. We went up, came back, came down. Could not take out the low, and we're pushing back up. So we'd expect them to come back up and take out the high. So that's what I'm kind of expecting them to do. So I want to get in on that trade to the upside here. Back down. So looking for a fractal entry again. So I'm watching the 10 seconds chart to get an entry. So I've jumped in at this point. Stop will be again below the lows here. So if I'm wrong, I get taken out again. Otherwise, this is the bottom when we go up. Let's see if did Tesla take out the lows? Getting very close to take. So we could still drop more on the NAS to my own chagrin here because yeah, Tesla still hasn't taken out those lows. So I'm not okay. I got taken out again. I knew it. Yeah, because yeah, we didn't. Tesla still hasn't taken out its lows yet. So maybe Tesla is kind of the barometer, and so these lows are still to be taken out. And then we get the turnaround. So the NAS needed to go down further. So it was quite interesting how this works here. But S&P not getting any divergence whatsoever. So we're just quite interesting here. We're coming down quite a bit now. We're down almost to 72% retrace of this entire move. So quite interesting here. Actually, I'm not even doing the entire move. I'm just doing to the to this point. Let me go do the entire move, and we're still coming down into 72%. So the expectation of a turnaround is not occurring as quickly as I thought. So now Tesla is about to take out the lows. Very close. It looks like a tie now. 359.34, 359.33. Wow, so by a one tick, they missed it. There's another gap here, but I wouldn't think they'd come all the way down here. It's possible, of course. Still haven't taken the lows out, so they're still got more to drop. Okay, NAS says, okay, I'm done now. But I thought they were done here as well, so thought they were done here, thought they were done here. So this is a sweep, double sweep. Is this it? Is this my entry now to go? With Tesla so close to taking out its low. Tesla comes down one more time. S&P, are we done? So what I can do is to be a bit more patient here. Rather than trying to pick the bottom, I can wait for a breach of the previous high and give me a 1, 2, 3 to go. So I can do that. That's probably the best way to do it, really.
Yeah, NAS has swung to the lower side of VWAP, approximately equal to the amount that it went above VWAP at around 11 o'clock. And VWAP is relatively flat at this point.
Okay, next candle. Okay, so this is, I'm right dead center on my retrace here. So I'm jumping in again on that. So we've essentially swept the lows, swept the highs, retraced back. So if this doesn't work, then they're not going up.
Yeah, I'm expecting an up move as a possibility, but it's not the best one in the world.
So I want to be down on the wick here a little bit without getting stopped out. So they're coming down quite a bit. So I could be again in jeopardy. I'm just using the wick as my stop, or the tail here, I should say. So see if that holds. Just go about. Yeah, just below halfway of the tail. Is that gonna hold? Just a little lower, just in case they spike down one more time. Go about halfway down the tail. A little below half of the tail for a stop. Because again, if I put it at the bottom and they're going through, they're going to take me out. So let's see if I'm correct this time when we get that move. So I've got a nice 1, 2, 3 set up now. So that's what we're looking for. So we get a sweep. We get our 1, we get our 2, we get our 3 back into about 50% area. And we should go take out the highs and continue up. Take out these highs. Take out these highs. Take out all these highs. All these guys up here who sold. So there's stops up here. So if I can stay alive in my seat here, we should get a push out. But otherwise I get taken out again. So we'll see.
Yeah, we're still on the negative side at this point.
Yeah, they're coming down again. Let's see what Tesla is doing. Tesla still hasn't taken out the lows, or did it? Oh, they did. They did go through. So that might be enough for Tesla at that point. Buyers could be stepping in now because they did sweep it by a tad there. but they could come a little lower still. So that might put a little pressure on the NAS again, but hopefully not. Hopefully that's enough for Tesla, but S&P. Oh, do we have divergence here? Yes, S&P, we have divergence, so I could be in trouble. We could come down one more time. Do not come down one more time. S&P. So we see we have divergence with S&P and the NAS because S&P took out the low here. The NAS could not. So we got a bit of divergence. So NASDAQ could not take out the low. So we've got divergence here. So we should go. So it came very close to taking me out. But I might have survived it. I paid a lot for this seat, so I want to stay in the seat as the train leaves the station here. If we can get above this high, that would be great. And I could add to my position on a retrace to continue. I say I paid a lot for my seat because I've got stopped out twice. So by jumping in a third time, which most people are reluctant to do, because if you get stopped out twice, most people are reluctant to jump in the third time. And that's what they want to do. They want to take you out and put you in fear of going back in. And then they take off without you. So you want the direction to be up, and you want to jump in, but they stop you out, and then you're reluctant to go in again. So they know that, and that's the ploy. So paid a hefty price for this seat, so I want to be able to stay in this seat now and get it right up and get up to these equal highs up here. I'm getting a nice move out here. If I can take out this high, that would be good. That would be good. Let's go to the 5 minute. So again, I would be looking for TP. I can take TP here or at the high here or the high. So again, I'll put it up to the high because I can always move my stop up as we go. So getting a nice move here. So I can take a little bit off and look for a pullback and to add to my position as we go up. So nice profit there to get my losses back. I can move my stop up a little bit, not too tight, because they can come back and take me out easily. So I have to be careful. So move my stop up, but not into positive yet. There's a gap here, so that will help. And then I look for a retrace to enter again, to add to my position again to continue going up. But if they don't retrace, that's fine as well, because I've still got some to go. But should expect a retrace here to continue going. So did Tesla turn as well? Yeah, we're getting a little turn here on Tesla. Doesn't mean that Tesla is going to take off, because this Tesla is still in a precarious position. They could still come down one more time, take everybody out, because these are equal lows. So they can still do that. So there's no guarantee on Tesla right now.
Do you see a 1, 2, 3 top on the 5 minute Tesla?
1, 2, 3 top? Oh,
On the 5 minute Tesla.
5 minute. No. Reason why is because we have a 1, 2, 3 bottom, 3, 4, 5. So this basically becomes an A here, and then we should go back up again, either take out the high or we fall short of the high and come back again. So one or the other. But I would think that we would continue going up from this point. So I don't see a 1, 2, 3 top to come down.
Is that not a 1, 2, 3 top there? The number
right
5
here?
point. Yeah, like that.
No. I mean, it is a 1, 2, 3 technically speaking, but not one to take us down, I wouldn't think, because we're in an otherwise upward trajectory. So I would think that this is just a retrace to bounce at this point. So I wouldn't look for this to take us down, is what I'm saying. So it's more when you're counting these waves, it's 1, 2. So this is 1, this is 2, this would be 3. Or we could say this is 3, but let's say this is 3, 4, 5. So then it would be an A, B, C that would take these guys out, and then we would get a bounce to continue up. So that's how I'd look at it. So I wouldn't look at this as a 1, 2, 3 to go down.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So this would be our 5 at this point. So it's a 3, 5 because this whole move could be our 3, and then this is a 4th wave, and we're going to get a bounce to go up. So if that makes sense. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky counting here, but yeah. So I would look for them to bounce off this gap, but it's possible, like I say, possible that they could take out these lows, come down one more time down to this gap perhaps, and then go again. We're at what's the difference here? We're at 359, and to get to this here is 358.50. That's not much money for them to drop it down here, is it? They can easily drop it down to 358.50 just to go, because they're just picking up more orders, cheaper prices, right, as it were. So there's nothing stopping them from doing that. There's there's a lot of stops here, so this is nice for them to just take that out and then continue up. How's NAS doing? Did I get it? Okay, let's see where I am on the NAS. So NAS has got a nice push. Okay, so I missed an opportunity to get in again right there because I'm not there, but that's fine. So there's a retrace. So they could still possibly retrace one more time just to take that low up because they're mean, eh? So they can do that. So let me just make this bigger. So this low here, right here, it's easy for them on this move up to come back and take that low because there are stops here. So if they want to continue up, they can come back in and take that low. They don't have to take it, but they could do that to continue. So our 1, 2, 3. So when I draw the 1, 2, 3 like this, and I'm saying we're coming back to 50%, there are 5 waves to this move. So those 5, and then there's 3 waves to this move. So this low right here is this low right here, typically. So they can come back and take that low before they go. But in this case, they look like they're not going to do it, and they're just going to continue. So I missed an opportunity to get in to continue up, but that's okay, right? We're getting a nice move. So now I could move my stop into positive without too much fear that they're going to come back now to take this low. So it doesn't look likely that they're going to come back to take this low at this point. It's possible still, but I could now move my stop into positive. So do I put it that they'll equal lows? Maybe not a good idea. Maybe just a little lower just to lock in and not lose, because they can still drop it. You just never know. And let's look at Tesla again. So Tesla still looking like they want to come down to take out these lows. So it's still a bit weak here. So let's look at Tesla from a higher time frame. So again, from the higher time frame, I'm going to go to the 5-minute because I think it'll be a lot easier to see. So we did take out these lows out over here. We do that again. We took the lows out. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 here. We've moved up. So it's like a fourth wave. And now we'll be looking for them to bounce off this to take out the highs. That would be the expectation anyways. Let's go a little higher to the hourly. So the hourly is telling us that we're correct overall because we have a 1, 2 here and we've moved up to this level and we're just chopping around in this area. So the likely scenario is that we're going to go higher to take out the highs because we've swept these guys here. So we should really turn and go back up. I could be wrong, of course, and we could, yeah, but my expectation is that we're going up. But, so you have to have an expectation, and that would be my expectations that we turn and go back to the upside here. So you see they're taking out the lows. So now they've swept everybody out. So now they've picked up enough orders, perhaps. Now, right? Everybody's gone now who bought. So are they done? Maybe, maybe not. So we do have a 1, 2, 3 here. So we could go down a little bit further. See, that's possible because of that 1, 2, 3. Let me just move this up. So as I was saying earlier, that we were at 359. Could they bring it down to 358.50 into this gap? Yes, because they have the money to do that. So they can go down and take everybody out, grab all these orders, drop it down into 358 area, and then turn it around. But we do have a 1, 2, 3 here, so they could come down a little, even a little lower before they go. But would I look at this, as you were asking, Peter, would I look at this 1, 2, 3 as a 1, 2, 3 that would take us way down? No, because overall, we're looking at it as this way. So I wouldn't look at it I'm looking at it to go this way, not to come down to take out these lows down here. So I think we should turn around imminently. But we could do this and drop one more time before we do it. Okay, so we're getting another pullback. So I maybe have an opportunity. So you see, they see how sneaky they are. They go up. They've taken the high. We could come back and take that low. So I could be in jeopardy with my stop at this point. But it can sneak through, take these guys out. Could take these guys out as well, which would be me because I'm sitting there with my stop, and then they could take off again. So we've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll retrace. So this whole thing becomes a 1, 2, 3. So just like I drew earlier, that the 1, 2, 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. See that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. So now we can get this. So this could be the beginning, and then we could go back up, and we could drop back again, and we could go. So I could be taken out because I'm sitting right below those lows, and that's what they did. So yeah, that's as simple as it is. They come back in and take you out. They can then go back up, come back in one more time, take everybody out, and then go. Or I'm wrong, and they're going straight down to take all these lows out, right? So that is the scenario. So which one is it, right? I've got a gap here. So this is the battle. It's not easy. So get rid of this guy. So I've got a gap. We've come back into the gap. They've swept everybody out. I've got a nice 1, 2, 3. So the question is this the bottom? Or do they actually come through to take out the lows, right? Or do we turn around here to go back up and take out the highs again? Which one are they doing? So sometimes it's best to go higher, and then that gives you a better idea of what's going on. So on the 5 minute, it's telling me that this low is in jeopardy. Right away. So Tesla, Peter, might be going down further than we expect. So that could be on Tesla, could be a 1, 2, 3 top after all. And that could certainly be that move, and then this move, and then continuation further down than we were expecting. So there is an order block here. So that's the last line of defense. So if they go through that, then all bets are off and we're heading straight down, right? So this order block here, if they go through that, there's nothing else left to hold them up. So we could go right through. So they've come down quite a bit. They've taken all these guys out. So yeah. But my count still says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. So I'm still expecting them to do this. So where's 50% move here? So I'm going to put this all the way down to here. So 50% we went through. So we're in the sweet spot area for a turnaround. We've touched the order block. So we could turn around on Tesla now to go back up. So we're very, very close to that. So you can see this 1, 2, 3 was in play, and it made that move down and took us down further. So we had a 1, 2, 3 here, and they go sideways, chop it all up, and we come back in another one. So we still could drop a little bit further here. They could still chop it here and drop it one more time. So NAS, yeah, very sneaky. These guys are good. So NAS says, no, we're not done. We could take out these lows. So this was a nice little move. Yes, you make a little bit of profit, but yeah, you have to be careful. That's why I moved my stop up, because just in case they decide they're going to do that. So they're going to take the low, it looks like. So at this point, I would take the low. I would look for a 1, 2, 3 here to go back up again. If they're not done going down, but you can't really see the 1, 2, 3 here very cleanly. It's very sneaky play here on their part. Can't really see it. Wow, it's after 9 my time, George.
Pardon?
It's midday for you.
Yeah.
Wow, been on
Yes,
for a while.
almost mid strong end.
Wow,
Well,
it's amazing. I didn't realize time has flown. Time just flies by when you're
oh, time
concentrating
flies
on.
when you're having some fun.
Yeah, when you're concentrating on candlesticks. So I hope this is a good edification. This for me, this has been a great edification, because you can see how tricky everything can be. Your expectation of something happening and it doesn't happen, and you have to change. You have to be able to move in a different way and look at it in a different way, and you can't just stick to one thing. I think these are the lessons, the big takeaways. You have to be able to evolve and move with the chart, because I'm expecting one thing and it doesn't do it, and then you think, okay, why is it not doing that? And then then you have to go higher on the time frames to see the overall picture and say, oh, okay, I see what they're kind of trying to do, and so forth, because they're very, very slick at fooling everybody. But our structure, again, I keep saying it, but our structure is the key. And yes, sometimes they trick you by not doing what you're expecting, you know, but this is usually the what happens. This is the usual thing, and we're looking for entries here. We're looking for entries here. So this is the typical. You know, if you get an entry here, you catch this move down. You can get an entry here to catch this move up, but doesn't mean that you're going to get this big long move. You have to, you know, we have to know where you are in the structure. Once you understand where you are in the structure, it really helps. But they're very manipulative, and they make it look one way, and I think they're onto everybody now. ICT has opened the eyes of a lot of traders. I don't think it's making too much of a huge dent on the market makers, really. You know, yeah, there are fair value gaps and so forth, but you know, there's so many fair value gaps. You know, so many order blocks and fair value. You know, you still, most people don't get it, so you're still going to get messed up. So I don't think it's making a dent on the market makers. You know, looking again at Tesla. So I'll hang in there for another few minutes. You guys okay, or you want to go? It's up to you.
Oh, we'll keep looking. And,
Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can go, or we can. Should I stay or should I go? Okay. Yeah, I don't think you want to hear me singing. Yeah, so that's probably. Joe says, "Don't sing."
Well,
but I love
got,
singing. You know, I love singing, and yeah, she doesn't like when I sing. Don't sing.
and that's why you photograph a lot of birds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my birds. Oh, here's one. There's one.
Oh, beautiful.
There's that nice little guy. You know, it was fun going through. You can see this is all bamboo.
Oh, that's a
No idea what that is. Warbler or
it's a
something?
flycatcher.
Oh, a flycatcher. Okay. But this is in the bamboo grove. You can see the bamboo groves, and these little guys, you know, again, up here in Canada, we don't get very many birds. We just get the usual robins and starlings or something. But yeah, and then beautiful flowers and stuff. It's just amazing, all the different. Yeah, it was quite a treat to go through the bamboo grove. All right, so for Tesla, looking for one more drop here to take this low. So again, that's what we have to expect. If we get a 1, 2, 3, we get the drop. They move back up. We expect another drop to take out the low. That's the expectation. If we don't get that, if they fall short of it, then that there's something going on. Why they didn't do that is a lot of buying power or whatever, and they're not going to do it. So, but that's the expectation. S&P, S&P's turned back now. So this is holding. This low is holding. Interesting. And we're getting this move back up. So if we take that high, which we just did, then we could expect a retrace to continue, perhaps. Right? Otherwise, we're in some kind of a channel, and they're playing and to take everybody out. Right? This is kind of, they can do that too, right? There's the NAS. See the NAS. So the NAS did not take the low. It looked like we were heading to take the lows out. The 5 minute was saying, yeah, we could drop down one more time to take those lows, but now they're saying nope, let's go back up. So the expectation of that drop to take out the lows did not come to fruition. So here I get that move, looking for them to take out the lows one more time, but they're saying no, they don't want to do that. So are they just doing it as a ploy to go up, entice the buys, and then drop it? That could be a possibility. Or like I say, they're just coming back in to go. So this is where you have to really pay attention and be vigilant. And when I'm trading, this is what I'm looking at all these possibilities. That's why I can, I can string a lot of wins together, 10, 20, 30 wins in a row without losing, because I'm looking at all the possibilities and I'm taking quick ins and outs and just going in, out, in, out. As soon as I see a 1, 2, 3 like that, what I just did there, I'm in and I'm out quickly with some profits and move my stop. You can move your stop up into positive. And even if they do take you out, then you're fine. You made profits. You haven't lost. But if it's good and you continue, that's wonderful, right? That's even better. But that's kind of how I play it, and I just go in and out quickly, and you can add up the profits can add up really quickly by doing it that way. But if I go in and without putting a stop in, and they take you out and start going down, you can be in trouble. So it's best to put the stop in. That's the lesson for today, right? Put the stop in, take a small loss. All right, so I've got a gap here. So let's see if they come back. So this is a risk play now. You take a buy in this gap to go, or is it just a ploy on their part to come through and take the lows again? See, so this is where it becomes super tricky. So let's go to the 5 again. It's looking like they want to continue going up here. So this is a good place to make a buy, because this might be it for an entry. So this is a nice 1, 2, 3. We got right in the 50% area. Looks like they want to come down a little lower one more time, maybe not. Sometimes you hesitate thinking that they're going to come back one more time, and even the seconds chart looks like they want to come back one more time to take that low, and then they don't. They just continue going without you. But that's okay. There are always other opportunities. So I'm looking for them to take that low, because the seconds chart's telling me that, yes, they want to take that low. So possibly. So what I can do is just buy it right there. And if they take the low, I could add to my position if I feel really strongly about it. So I'll take the buy. If they take the low and I feel good that they're going to continue going back up, I can add more to my position. Otherwise, I'll just let it sit at that. So I'll put my stop loss below this candle here. That's my risk, looking for them to continue going back up. All right, so on that note, gentlemen and YouTubers, I'm going to call it a morning.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
let's see how this
you.
plays out. So I'm looking for them to go back up with Tesla. Looking okay, so they've made that little bit of a, you see that on Tesla? Very cool. They make a 1, 2. They do a little bit of a blip here.
Oh.
So is that enough for them, or did they come back to take this low? We got a nice 1, 2 going. We could just go now, or they could come back one more time to take everybody out before they go. But it's looking pretty good here. That might be it, and we could get that move back up. So they're very sneaky. This could be it, or they can make it a wider and take you out again before they go. So remember, if they're going to go up, if they're going up, they're going to go take everybody out down below first before they go. If they're going to go down, they're going to take everybody up above first before they go down. So that's the ploy. So if you can remember that, that helps a great deal. All right.
You see a 1, 2, 3 bottom on the 1 minute chart?
So that's where we're sitting right now. It looks like a nice 1, 2, 3 bottom, because we got the sweep, a little bit of a sweep there. We got the 1, 2, 3 here. We got a little bit of a sweep on this side, but it doesn't mean that you're okay yet. You know, like I said, they could still come down and take you out. So, and I got stopped out on the NAS, so I wasn't correct. So
I just looked at my Tesla charts, and it,
Yeah.
it appears that we could get more down movement.
Yeah, it looks very much like they're going to go down. So yeah, I took the risk here to see if that's why I kept my stop tight under here, because they could go through and take out all these lows, and it's just
Yeah,
low hanging fruit for them, right? So it's sitting. Remember, I said from the 5 minute time frame, it looked like we could go down and take that low out. So I took a risk by jumping in at that point to go long, and I'm wrong, and that's okay. You know, that's
my
the way it is.
5 minute
So
Tesla Heiken Ashi is still in a downward mode.
yep. So there we go.
I've got three. No, let me see. I've got two definite downward candles on that 5 minute chart.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, it's a 10-minute chart. 10-minute chart.
So it's looking more like we're under pressure to go even. So see, they're taking Tesla's low. So that's what I was saying, that it looks like we could be done, but they can be very tricky. So there is an order block.
Yeah.
Midpoint of the order block might save Tesla from going any further down. So we could look maybe that they might bounce it here and give us the 1, 2, 3 to go. But again, I don't know what happened there. They go here, and they could get this move to go. So that's a possibility like that. If they take this low, then all bets are off. If they go through this order block, basically, then this would have been a legitimate 1, 2, 3 top move, and it is really a legitimate 1, 2, 3 top move when you look at it from this perspective now, Peter. So yes, when you say is that a 1, 2, 3 top, yes, it is technically. But I wouldn't have looked for it to come all the way down to take out these lows, but it looks like it's a possibility now.
Everybody have a good weekend.
Thank you. See you
next
guys
week.
again on Monday.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good strong end, everybody. And all for those people on
Absolutely.
YouTube, we do this for educational purposes only, so do not take our trades. We're just showcasing what we do, but you have to take your trades at your own risk. But if you do like what you're seeing, give us a like and subscribe. We appreciate that. So have a great strong end, everybody. Take care. And we'll see you on Mundane.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye now. See you, Peter.